Good morning. I'm still walking. For some people my age, that's quite an accomplishment. For your age, you should be doing it because you should be doing it, not because I told you to. Don't do anything because I told you to. Listen to what I have to say and make up your own mind about what you want to do. I find that in many times when I'm dealing with people that I'm trying to get, organizations that I'm trying to get information from, that I get conflicting information from two different individuals. And it doesn't matter whether it's a criminal tax agency or a very friendly, very uptoned sales organization. You're going to get different methods from different people that work for the same company. Why? Because people fall into what works for them. And they're going to tell you about it because it works for them. And trust me, you don't ever want to get advice from somebody who hasn't done it. But there's not one way to do anything. So the most important thing for you is to take what they're telling you and try it. Take what both people are telling you, and if you've got employees, have two different people try each way, that even though it's conflicting to you, and see which works for you. The important thing is to put the plan into action. When you learn a lesson, put it into action. For those of you who don't know this, I will tell you, I coached baseball for 40 years. And I will tell you, there's not one way to do anything. Every coach works with what works for him. I've always coached people with what I thought would work for them. Because every being is different. Every being hears the same words that you're saying and applies a different meaning in their mind. This is why I try to use dictionaries and definitions so often, so that it brings people together on the agreement of what words mean. But again, back to the coaching part of it. I coach always from the viewpoint of what I think the other person needs. If I start coaching someone and I notice after 2 or 3 sessions, they're asking the same questions, I know that I haven't done a good job of answering them. So the first things that I do, make them repeat what you said. Repeat it back to you. Then you have to give them some kind of an exercise where they can demonstrate to you that they actually can do it, can apply it in the physical universe and make something happen. I mean, the reason you don't train people just to think. You don't train people to be the world's greatest researcher and be able to talk about it. Anybody can talk about anything, whether they know anything about it or not. And if they learn how to use their voice and they learn how to use command presence, I think Adolf Hitler was a great example of that. He was a great, definition of great is debatable there, but he was he produced results that, because he was fiery and he was passionate about what he did. Because, as a good friend of mine, Ken Jocelyn, once said, passion sells, and I know it sells. So anyway, let people make their own way. Guide them, sometimes with a little nudge, sometimes with a foot in the ass. Sometimes I grab people around the neck and give them what I call a noogie, a Dutch rub, with my knuckles on the top of the head. Never too painfully, because physical pain is not a good way to teach people to do things. But sometimes people need different levels of correction. And the problem with coaching someone is you have to be willing to, able to follow up on them and to make sure that they're actually doing what needs to be done, where their actions are actually producing a result. And trust me, there are going to be people that you know, there's going to be people that you know who just kind of la through life and everything falls in place for them. Good for them. It's not duplicatable in the next couple of lifetimes, but if it's working for them now, they should stick with it if it's producing good results. But they don't need me. They don't need a coach. If you're one of those kinds of people that you trip over gold nuggets, good for you. But I can't teach someone to trip over gold nuggets. So it's Teaching requires a level of grading a subject, and I'm not talking about what fake teachers do in fake colleges where they pretend to be grading something. Okay? You have to staticize. You have to follow up. And as much as you have to follow up on sales cycles, you have to follow up on your training cycles too. The key to everything on this planet is following up, making sure that people are actually getting the results that you want and you desire as a trainer, as a business owner with your employees, whatever hat you're wearing. If I can help you, give me a call. 916-691-9192. My extension is 108, and I had for years stopped giving out my extensions because I always had my phone answered by a human being. But now with this bullshit lockdown solution to this health problem, okay, I don't have a human being answering my phone. So now you'll have to come in through a computerized system that answers the phone. That's why I'm giving you the magic key, 108. Find out why people say, call Tom. Love to talk to you, love to help you. That's my goal in life. Help everyone get better. Or better than that, get the results that you want.